elvish script heraldic devices. Helms Deep in Spring, the forest of Lothlorien. Very nice. We cannot get out. We cannot get out. They have taken the bridge and the second hall. Death of Smaug, Lake Town, Bilbo talking to Schmog, Smaug, Smaug, Smog, Smaug, Smog, Schmoggin. Today we are going to take a look at Pictures by Tolkien. It's in this very nice protective slipcover right here, made out of canvas and cardboard. And before talking about this book, I do want to mention there is another Lord of the Rings or Hobbit illustration book coming out. I saw that it was available for pre-order like 2 days ago, but I can't remember the title of this book for the life of me. So if you know the name of this book, please put it in the comments below. All I can tell you is that it was selling for $67 for a physical copy and about $20 for the Kindle edition. But beyond that, I can't find it. So yeah, please share below. And without further ado, Pictures by Tolkien. It slides out like that. And you got the print on the back. The collection of pictures, now reissued after almost 30 years, confirms J.R.R. Tolkien's considerable talent as an artist. It provides a unique and fascinating insight into his visual conception of many of the places and characters familiar to readers of The Hobbit, Lord of the Rings, and the Silmarillion. I still have to read that one. It's a bit of a tongue tie. Examples of his art range from delicate watercolors depicting Rivendell, the forest of Lothlorien, Schmog, and Old Man Willow. The drawings and sketches of Moria Gate and Minas Tirith, together they form a comprehensive collection of Tolkien's own illustrations from his most popular books. Also included are many of his beautiful designs showing patterns of flowers, and I'll show that in the back. So yeah, cool book. And they also have the Tolkien Estate website right there. We're gonna slide this out. Got one of his flower painting artworks on the cover because he would doodle these basically. At one point in his life he was doodling shit, and his son collected like newspaper clippings that he was doodling on top of, basically, like stuff like that. And good, I have just enough room on my desk without cleaning it. Okay, he's got that nice book smell. Usually I avoid physical books because like I find them inconvenient. I have an e-reader that I misplaced, but I like the e-ink display. It's good for everything except for color. But I'm glad I got the print version of this book, and it's got nice, you know, index or table of contents right here, kind of giving you like a guide of what is where. You got a publisher's note, you got a note from his son, you got Mr. Tolkien and his monogram. I believe that's a monogram. Looks cool, JRT. Wish I could write a signature cool like that, huh? And basically he would draw these, I think, black and white impressions. I don't know if these were wood cuttings or just hand-drawn sketches that were transferred to like something like a lithograph. But it says, this drawing of Hobbiton was the front piece to the original impressions of The Hobbit, 1937, which had no colored pictures, and it had not been published since. See the introductory note to this edition. The painting appeared as the front piece to the second English impression of the same year, and in the first American edition there are only slight differences between the two renderings, most notably in the windows of the mill, in the words on the signpost, which in the drawing directs the traveler to Bag End, but in the painting to the hill. Okay, so somewhere in there there's a sign that says to the hill instead of to the Bag End, I guess. But you know, we got like a nice, just nice, pleasant looking thing, and yeah, beautiful art indeed. I totally agree. And that the desk might have gotten worse, but I made my excuses on that already. And just get like a little, you know, sampling there. We got the Trolls, you know, and so we got the colored version by H.E. Ridet, was made for the Hobbit calendar, 1976, and has been used in some illustrated editions since the book. And it's like, you can see like a little troll guy there, I guess. He don't really look like a troll as I would expect it to be, but I guess they've been rendered differently in the movie. The three trolls and the stone, and it looks like something like, reminds me of cooking in Zelda Breath of the Wild. And I'm really out of the loop. I don't know if Gandalf is the same thing as Minas Tirith, but we got, I think, a wizard here. And I don't know if that's the nature. It looks like might be Gandalf. Oh yeah, that's the scene where he used the magic on him. I guess the bright light to make him turn into stone or some weird shit like that. So that's kind of cool. Then we got the Rivendell. The unfinished crayon sketch published in the Rings calendar is puzzling. It's puzzling. The words looking west are, as can be seen, perfectly clear, and the placing of Elrond's house in relation to the river agrees with this. See notes 5 and 6, but the river is flowing steeply down out of the heights to the westward. See note number 5. So, okay, so there's some discrepancy here for people who know the geography of Middle Earth, I guess you could say, right? You know, that happens when you're dealing with nerds. Getting kids ready for bed. Yo, good talking to you. You have a great night, man. I'll catch you later. Thanks for tuning in, and may the Schwartz be with you. So anyway, we'll keep on rolling with this real quick. You know, give people a sample of this here. And so, yeah, we got, you know, little bridge. We got Rivendell. You know, it's not here, Isengard. Maybe Isengard is inside a different place. I'm really, like, you know, just kind of getting into the whole Lord of the Rings thing. But, yeah, I mean, I seen the movies many years ago, but I'm really, you know, reading it. I'm enjoying it. You got the Eagles of that Eagle land, right? And they use the word queer a lot in the book. It's great. It doesn't mean what people probably think it means. You know, this painting, to illustrate the first words of Chapter 7, The Hobbit, Queer Lodgings, was not used in the first English impression, contains colored pictures to contain colored pictures, but appeared in the first American edition, 1938. The eagle was inspired by the painting of an immature golden eagle by Archibald Thorburn. And you got like a hobbit sleeping right over there too. You know, you got this Bjorn's Hall. We got Elven King's Gate, which looks like it's going into a mountain. We got Elven King's Gate again, and you know, you got the impression, and you got the painting. We got, I think that's the barrels, the scene where they're swimming on the barrels. Bilbo comes to the huts of the raft elves. There's the other, you know, barrels again. Bilbo comes to the huts of the raft elves. You got Lake Town, and you got like, it's built on like these caissons or pontoons or whatever, they look like caissons. And, you know, it's just, that's basically generally what this is. This is a cool one right here. This is Bilbo talking to Smaug. And you can see like Smaug, 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 Smaug is right there. Schmaugen. And you got Bilbo like being all like Bilbo-y, probably trying to rob him by sneaking and stuff because he's the local, he's the group thief. Smaug flies around the mountains. The Death of Smaug, we got that right there. Death of Smaug, Smaug. This is a cool picture for anybody. You know, I think, right, we got a hobbit hole, and it says the hall at Bag End residence of Bilbo Baggins Esquire. Pretty nice, you know. The black and white one is that Tolkien did was nice, but the color one on the right is also very nice too. And this was in the Tolkien calendar as well. Once again, the colored version was by the other guy, H.E. Ridet, but it's clearly based upon the one that Tolkien did. So that's a cool picture. And I noticed the Hobbit looks really short even compared to his own door. Old Man Willow. I don't know who Old Man Willow is. I guess that's the talking tree or something like that. The Doors of Durin and Moria Gate. And so I think this is like one version here. Here's written the, oh yeah, if you have the book, you do see a lot of these pictures in there. And this is like a nicer rendition of the same thing. It's really cool. Got some stairs at Moria Gate. That piece of paper they find inside the, you know, burial ground or whatever. It's got the incomplete writing and all of that there, so that's kind of cool. It's got the Elvish, I believe, or whatever language that is. We drove out the orcs from the Great Gate and the guard room. Took the first hall. We slew many of them in the bright sun of the dale. Floyd was killed by an arrow. He slew the great chieftain. And then you got a lot of gaps in there. But you get the idea. So, you know, we have that from that part of the movie. And you have another rendition of the same thing there. We cannot get out. We cannot get out. They have taken the bridge and the second hall. The forest of Lothlorien in spring. It's very nice. Helm's Deep. Let's see if we can move my camera out of the way a little bit, right? So we can really enjoy that. But yeah, you know, got Helm's Deep right there, right behind, in front of the canyon. That's kind of cool. The sketch was done on a page from an examination script and partly over the handwriting itself. In the reproduction published in the Lord of the Rings, in the Lord of the Rings calendar, the writing has been removed. A description is given in the Two Towers Book 3, Chapter 7, and of the Horenborg on Horn Rock, the Gorge of Helm's Deep, and the Deeping Stream. So, real quick, before I end, we got Minas Tirith. I'm going to have to read up on what the heck that is, even though I see the name in the book a lot. We got that like weird elf boat, I think that is maybe. We got some nice Lake Mithrin. We got another one. But what I want to show lastly is some of the like artwork of plants that Tolkien did. Some of these dragon art pieces. Oh, that looks kind of cool. Polar bear had fallen from the top to the bottom on his nose. Okay, that reminds me of Snortopupus cuber. I'm gonna have to snap that shot later or scan it and show. Here's some more of his botanical art. That looks really nice. And then these are just newspaper doodlings. You can literally see the newspaper printed behind these here. And these are just doodlings he did in old age during the 60s or 70s right there. So that's kind of really, really cool. And then here's some patterns that Tolkien did on his own. Once again, some of these patterns are just doodlings. Floral designs, textiles and whatnot. And these heraldic devices, which are pretty much labeled like the Silmarils, House of Haleth, Hador, Beor, etc. They're all written right here. You can see them all right there. What these are all basically representative of Elvish scripts. Just kind of give us, I guess, different examples of him writing in Elvish. And that's basically it for now, or most of it. And the back cover art is really nice too, actually. So let's get a nice look at that, because I can definitely admire that. But yeah, that's basically the book I got in the mail a couple of days ago. And so with that, thank you for watching. If you have any questions, comments, or ideas, please leave a comment. Please like and subscribe. And for now, we shall end transmission.